Okay, what I wanted to do, we did a thing in this class where we connected a disconnected client to the internet, and at the time I said, well, we haven't really thoroughly checked to see if it had malware on it or not. So what I'd like to do is consider some of the tools we might use to find out if it does have malware on it. And one of the main ones we'd use is this netstat command. It has, a few different parameters with it, but we'll start with this one. This shows us the listening ports, and of course that's important to see if this client has a backdoor connected, or is listening on a port. Now, if you run this a few times, you'll get used to the output, and what's not supposed to be there will really stand out. But until you get used to it, what you can do to check some of these listening ports, like here we have 135, 445, 1037. Let's check this port 445. Now, how we can check that if we're not sure, maybe that's a backdoor. We ask the question, should that port be open? So you Google it, and you want to Google 445. You want to Google port 445, not just the number. Okay, you have to put port there. So, and that'll bring up something. Let's take a look at that. And this is SMB protocol. So that would be a typical protocol used for file sharing on a Windows network. So we would expect that one to be there. Okay, let's look at 1037. Let's see what that is. Maybe that's a malicious backdoor. So let's see what that is. And that's a Dell a port related to Dell's remote control, and this is a Dell computer I'm on. So I probably should consider closing that one, but that's chances are it's not a malicious program anyway. So that told us that. So that was good. Now, what about this list of foreign addresses? How, should I be connected to those servers or not? That's odd. I don't recognize any of those IP addresses. So you can check those. Let's make the list a little shorter. So let's do protocol TCP only -n. Yeah, and that gives us that shortens the list a little bit. Then we can use another tool called NSLookup. And then you just type in the IP. I'll take the 161.58.14.92. Okay, what that tells me is Adelphia. Now that's my internet service provider. So I would expect to be connected to my internet service provider. Now if you see something in here that isn't something you're expecting, you'd want to check it out further. You might want to go to Whois, which is a database. You could just type it in Google and then put those IP numbers in there. Or another tool that we use frequently in class is Sam Spade, which you just copy that in there, and it gives you quite a bit of information. It doesn't run it against the server, but it looks up the DNS record in the Whois database. And so you can find out, what country it's registered in. What would we be looking for if we're thinking as a hacker? Well, if it's, in North Korea, or if it's registered to somebody in, Eastern Europe or something like that, unless you have, legitimate reason to be connected to a server over there, that's a pretty good indication you may have been hacked. Okay, so we'll continue this on the next file.